What would you call your McGriddle?
McAlex.
No, you can't take the Mick.
McDonald's.
Thick griddle.
This ain't a McGriddle, this is a thick griddle.
Griddle. That's what it is. It's a thick griddle. Alex, I have seen you do some amazing things with food. I know we have made some homemade versions of the Crunchwrap Supreme, which is my favorite.
Same.
And a version of the Egg McMuffin from McDonald's. But we haven't made my personal favorite, the McGriddle. The sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle, to be specific.
I've actually never had one of those. I mean, I love McDonald's, but I don't know, I haven't had one.
Don't you see me just skipping around and just happy? That's what brings smiles to my
what
face.
has been missing in my life?
So I want you to make a homemade version of the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle that tastes just as good. I don't know how that's gonna happen because you haven't tasted it before, but I feel like you can do it. Do you feel ready to do this, Alex?
I feel ready. Do I sound convincing?
Not if you're laughing after that. Like, I need a solid yes.
Okay, yes.
There we go.
Okay, so we're gonna be judging this on 3 different criteria. So there's time and effort, 2 is cost, and 3 is taste, of course. Listen, taste is the only category that I'm like somewhat confident in. The other 2, I don't know. So first things first, and this is probably like the trickiest part of the whole thing, is getting those like pockets of syrup within the pancake bun.
Is it a pancake?
It's a pancake, yeah. So we're gonna start by heating up our maple syrup. So I'm just gonna do a half a cup. We do have to watch this pretty carefully once it starts to boil.
Okay.
Some of the water will start to evaporate out of the syrup, and we'll be left with the sugar content of the syrup.
Man, this sounds like science. I thought we were cooking.
It is! Do you like science, Julissa?
I like food.
Well, it's one and the same. I'm just gonna keep stirring this. Do you wanna stir?
Sure, why not?
Because you don't want it to stick. So there's different stages that you can bring sugar to when it's overheated. So there's like a soft ball, a hard ball, a hard crack, a soft crack. So it just depends on the temperature it reaches. So we're going to just so once it starts to actually like bubble, then we can check the temperature. I think if we can pull this part off.
Wait, what do you mean pull this off? Like, we don't know if this is gonna work?
I don't know. Listen, I haven't done this before.
It looks like coffee.
We're just gonna have to see at the end if this was worth the effort.
Or my time. Although if you're home and you do this, I'm sure it's gonna be less calories.
You know all the ingredients in it. It won't be like anything
and you know
kind of
somebody
weird.
didn't drop it and pick it back up.
Once it starts to bubble, it goes up really fast, and it's important to hit the right temp. You also don't want to leave your thermometer in there. A lot of people just leave it sitting there, but if the thermometer gets too hot, it can explode.
Take it out! Oh, it's getting thick.
Yeah, so that's because a lot of that water has evaporated out now. I think we're pretty good. We have to work a little bit quickly when we pour this out. Okay, we're gonna pour, and that is super, super hot, so you don't want to touch that. And now I'm gonna quickly just kind of thin it out.
So this is gonna get hard, obviously.
Yeah, so we can
it's
just
already
put
looking
this
like
away.
It's getting hard.
Yeah, so we can just put this to the side now and move on to the pancakes. I'm gonna do just a basic buttermilk pancake recipe, but we're making it from scratch, so it should be really good. So we're gonna start with our dry ingredients. So if you wanna pour this is 2 cups of flour.
All of it?
Well, you can go slow, but pour it into here so we sift it. So we're doing baking soda and baking powder.
They're not the same?
No!
Dang, I gotta get my cooking skills up.
Some sugar and then some salt. So we're just gonna give this a little mix, and that is our dry ingredients. We can set this aside and move over to our wet. We'll start with our buttermilk and then 2 eggs. And then I'm just gonna give this a whisk.
Yeah, it smells like a pancake already.
So then I'm just gonna drizzle in
More
the
butter?
melted butter.
You better make sure you are not on a diet trying to eat this, because this is not it.
But one of the nice things about making it yourself is that you know exactly what's in there. So now we have like a little well in the center of our dry ingredients, and you can just slowly pour the wet ingredients
into the little well, into the hole.
There you go.
I would try to take the easy route and just put everything together. I would be like, shh.
I know. Well, you know,
then I have
that's
to
what
wash
people
an
do.
extra
They don't.
dish.
If we hadn't mixed all of those ingredients separately, then right now we would have to really mix to make sure everything was well incorporated. And you don't want to overmix pancake batter. You actually want some lumps in there. That's just gonna create a fluffier pancake. That's the pancake.
So it's done?
It's pretty much done. Okay, so when I was looking at these McGriddles, I noticed that they have an M on the top.
Are you gonna put a
for
J?
McDonald's. I was gonna put an A, but
This is a dual effort.
what about one can be a J and then one can be an A?
All right, I'm good with it.
I don't know, I have this theory that I could do it with a squeeze bottle.
I'd be pissed right now if I was doing this at home. Look at all this mess.
I want to crack up our syrup so we have that ready for when we start cranking out some pancakes.
Okay.
So if you want to just start whacking this, take out your aggressions. You don't have to
Got
hit
a lot of things I'm aggressive.
Perfect. Okay, so we know we've cooked it enough because our candy actually shatters. So you can keep going. We need like little tiny pieces. Beautiful.
And that's what I did to my ex-boyfriend's car.
Wow.
Kidding!
So I'm just using a cast iron for our pancakes, but you can use a non-stick pan too. We're gonna try to do this J. I'm doing the J for you.
Okay. The J's gonna go now?
Yeah, because I need to get like that difference in color, I'm gonna start with the J, and that'll mean it'll like cook a little bit. Wait, should I have done it backwards?
That's all right. But you're the chef.
Shoot. And so give that a little time to cook, and then we'll do the rest of the pancake so that I'll have a little bit of a difference in color.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm using a ring mold because they have a really like perfectly round pancake bun. I'm just gonna spray it to make sure our pancake doesn't stick to it though. And then I'm gonna put the rest of the batter on top. And I don't wanna fill it up too much because it needs to cook all the way through. So now we're just gonna sprinkle some of our syrup crystals in there. And I'm doing like the smaller pieces because I want to give them time to melt. I have my stove also on like a lower heat just so everything has time to cook through.
Yeah.
And now I'm just gonna top this with more batter.
So this is just the top layer of the McGriddle? Yeah. It's gonna be one big ass McGriddle.
I know. That's the thing. Also,
You ain't
you
think
guys.
you ain't it.
So once we start to see air bubbles popping at the top of the surface of the pancake, just like any other time you cook pancakes, you know it's
Flip it.
ready. It's a lot of like patience in this kind of recipe. There we go. Wow, we did it.
You did it. Wow.
Okay, it's a little crispy, but it's not horrible, right? And there's the J. Oh, it's more of like an L.
It's okay. We know it was supposed to be a J.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's perfect because the McGriddle's very brown.
Is it?
You mean you've never even seen a picture of it?
Well, I like that the picture, but
It looks good though.
next one, just do an even lower temp. That looks good.
Ooh.
Okay, let's
With
just-
my backwards J.
It does smell really good though.
Smells delicious.
Let's do another one and see if we can do it even better. And this time, the right way, Jay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is definitely taking a long time. By now, I would have went, got my McGriddle, came back home, ate it, watched my soap opera while I was eating it, finished, probably took in a nap. I'm probably in my 5th dream in my nap.
I have no comment.
No rebuttal.
So here's the problem. Because I made my pancakes so light and fluffy, the buns are a little big.
I like big buns.
Same. So I'm gonna flip.
Ooh. That looks like a J.
She cute.
That looks
There is
like
a little J.
That's
There
a
is
J.
a little J on there.
The J's there.
Yeah. This is a better thickness too. This one's better. So we'll make another one of that. I think we can crack a little bit more of these. These might be kind of warmed up.
I got it.
You got it? Okay, you like
I
that.
have.
You like that part.
This is my favorite part. A.
I'll do an A. If we do this, this is the hardest part. The rest is smooth sailing.
Okay. Yeah, there's a huge difference.
Okay, so we can get rid of this.
And the A came out great.
The A goes on top.
She knew what she was doing, you guys. It looks good. It looks like it has crispy edges.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Man, this is like out of like a line.
Machine,
Yeah.
No machines here, just these machines.
But
Okay, she done. And
I mean,
we
a
got
thick-
like 3 more
a
layers to go.
thick griddle.
Thick griddle. I'm gonna start selling these. Stay tuned. So now we're moving on to the sausage component. I just decided to do a classic like breakfast sausage patty. So we have a pound of ground pork. We're gonna do a little salt, a teaspoon of pepper, some brown sugar for a little sweetness, some crushed red pepper flakes, some garlic powder. We're doing some fresh thyme and some fresh sage. So we're going a little fancy here with our sausage.
I see.
So just work that into the sausage, make sure it's all kind of in there evenly. But yeah, this is just kind of like a classic breakfast sausage.
I'm sure they don't put all of this. Like I saw you chop up that thyme.
I did it myself.
You did it, girl.
No machines here. Again, I already used that joke.
Do it. I like it.
Except for these ones.
Bam!
Again. So now we're gonna get in there with our hands to form the patties.
Okay, I'm gonna take off my rings.
So we're just gonna take a little of
wash my
our
hands?
pork mixture and form a thin patty.
We also made a thick griddle.
did.
So I feel like
a
it needs to
thick
be a little bit
sausage.
thicker so that it could
Okay.
like all be
Balance out,
You know?
right?
I don't want all pancake. I need
No.
some protein in there.
Yeah. So we're doing 2. I guess we'll just pick the best one, right?
Yeah.
You're going pretty thick with that. It's kind of like a burger, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Press your thumb down into the middle and make a little bit of a hole. When it cooks, this will kind of expand and create more of like a flat patty. Yeah, she's thick.
She's thick. It smells so good.
We're gonna start to multitask now.
Okay.
So we're just gonna whisk up the eggs, but we should wash our hands first though.
Yeah. All right, let's go do that.
Yeah.
Someone watch this for us.
So while those are cooking, why don't we just start on the eggs so we can do a little bit of a multitasking? Yeah, so crack the egg into the bowl.
I'm not the best cracker.
Perfect, good job. Now we'll whisk that up. Pinch of salt and some pepper. Just gonna give these a turn so they're cooking evenly. All right, so why don't we just go ahead and put the sausage in the fridge so we don't waste it and we can use it for later. Yeah. We don't let anything go to waste here. Okay, so sausage is going, eggs are almost ready to go on, and then we're just heading into assembly. Okay, so I'm just keeping these warm. So the cheese goes on the bottom, but you know that. Usually it's American cheese, but we're doing real cheddar. Another upgrade. Okay, which patty should we use for this one?
I feel like we could use that one.
This one?
Yeah.
Lift her up. Okay, sausage is on. She's growing though. She's looking pretty good. Okay, so we're gonna eat this one later, I guess. We finally made it.
The eggs.
The eggs.
No breakfast sandwich is complete without eggs.
So the thing that makes McGriddle different though that I noticed is the egg is more like a folded egg than like the patty of egg that you see on an Egg McMuffin. So we're gonna do kind of like an omelet style. People tend to cook eggs on way too high of a heat. You actually wanna cook eggs on a really low heat. So we're gonna start to cook this. So I'm gonna lift the edges and pour like the raw egg under it. So we are cooking all of the egg. So then we got our sheet. Wow, I'm getting a little nervous now. It's McGo time.
You McDid it.
I McDid it! I love a good McPun. Flip her over like that. So we have like our moon shape, and then we're gonna flip her over like that.
All of that?
We're going thick. We already said this.
I feel like half of that would be like sufficient. You're the
Should
chef.
I go back to the half moon?
Yeah.
And just cut it in half?
Yeah.
Okay, and we got our egg.
Nice.
Cool, slide her on. Wow.
And then we're gonna flip it. Because you need the J.
The J on the top. Wow, we did
Let's just
it.
go for the A. Dun dun dun!
We did it!
You did it!
Oh, we did it! We did it! We did it! I have to say, she looks pretty good. You obviously get more food with ours.
This is true. It looks so good.
Yeah, you got more than a few extra bites with ours.
For sure.
I was nervous to see it. I didn't know what to expect, but I don't know, this is tiny. But you do have this nice, like, folded egg.
So it definitely took a long
some
time
effort.
to make
It took
this.
some effort.
I feel like if you're in your kitchen and you're making this for like a bunch of people, it's not gonna be that bad because you're like just whipping up a lot of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you shouldn't just make one. You should make a few because
Yeah.
then it balances out the cost and the time.
For sure.
But I just feel like I'll feel so much better after eating this than this because I worked for this.
yeah,
You know?
I'd be going to like a sit-down restaurant and having this one.
Of course, you're spending a little more money than you would if you're making the McGriddle, but that's because you're buying ingredients that you can use for a long time.
Yeah.
So for the most important component, the taste.
Let's do it. Bum bum bum.
Jeez, where did you get
The
that
knife.
knife? Oh my God.
You gotta be ready around me.
I can't.
Goodbye to the look.
You
Whoa,
could.
she's so thick. Ooh, look how pretty.
Shit. I'm so curious as to what this looks like.
You could tell that ours is so fresh.
The cheese looks good, and also you can see the little syrup in both of them, which I'm really happy about. We're doing the normal one first, right? We should
Okay,
do what
I
it's
know what
supposed
this
to
tastes
taste
like already. Go
I
for it,
don't, but
Alex.
I'm excited. Okay, you really like this. Don't get too
Sorry.
into it.
I told you guys I love McGriddles.
It's true though. It's one note. I feel like we're gonna have a lot more flavor in mine.
And I'm not a child anymore. I'm an adult. Okay?
We are graduating today.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Good.
definitely way more flavor. More complex, for sure.
I think the biggest component that's different here is the sausage.
Way more flavor in the sausage.
The sausage takes it to another level. In this, I could tell this is pancake.
I just have to say, hands down, this is so much better.
This is bomb. Interestingly enough, I do feel like with all the butter and everything we put in there, I still feel like this is not bad for me. It's almost gone.
Are you sad it's almost gone? It's always your final bite. Wow, I'm so proud we were able to get all of the components.
I
Like,
love you.
oh my God. Well, now you can make it yourself again.
I'll just call you. When it comes to time and effort, McDonald's wins.
It does. Cost-wise, it's kind of a toss-up because although we spent more money buying the ingredients for this, we can make so many more of them.
Yeah, that's true.
But also, you gotta consider time is money too.
Time is money.
Time is money.
Time is money. I always think of that.
We spent a good couple of hours making this.
Yeah, but when it comes to the flavor and
When
the
it comes
taste,
to the flavor and the taste.
we won.
So, Duisa, are you ever gonna go to McDonald's again?
Alex, are you gonna call me to tell me you're making these for me once a week?
No.
McDonald's it is.